Old PS1 games have a sort of aura to them. Other channels have discussed this to death. The limitations of the PS1's graphical software created some of the most interesting environments in video games, even to this day. Things just don't feel completely correct, but they're also sort of magical in their own way. I think Spyro the Dragon illustrates this phenomena perfectly. The big green hills, the hidden cave, the darkness of Beastmakers, it all feels very liminal and unworldly, in the best way possible. There is another game, however, that I think illustrates it just as well. As you probably guessed from the title, Rugrats Search for Reptar from 1998 has some of the most bizarre scenes that used to terrify me as a kid. In this video, I thought it would be interesting to highlight some of those scenes and showcase the absolute weirdness that this game has to offer. If you've never played it, Search for Reptar is kind of a minigame collection. It's honestly a blend of genres and it's hard to pinpoint exactly what to call it. Basically, you are transported into the world of the cartoon, and the plot, and I use the word plot very loosely, is that Tommy Pickles lost his Reptar puzzle pieces and needs to find them.
Where's my Reptar puzzle?
You explore around the house, which acts as a hub world of sorts, and interact with various household objects to start a new level. In these levels, you are expected to complete whatever the objective is, as well as collect puzzle pieces scattered throughout the stage. The levels themselves are rated as easy, medium, and hard. You don't actually have to complete all of them to beat the game, and that's a good thing, because some of these levels, even as an adult, can be kind of tricky to figure out. I'm not saying that this is secretly a predecessor to Dark Souls or anything like that, but they are not super straightforward in a way that was fairly common during the early 3D years of console gaming. It's not challenging, but it doesn't necessarily hold your hand the entire time either. I think it's a better experience for that. It adds to the level of exploration and figuring things out for yourself. I was playing this game before I could even read, and I still managed to beat it. Now, it probably took me 10 times the amount of time it would take for me to beat it today, but I still did it. Back then, there was a fairly large period of time where I didn't have a memory card, so each game I played I had to beat in one go or start over from the beginning. I distinctly remember 3 levels that I would absolutely dread going to as a kid, and I would avoid doing if I could. And these are the levels I want to talk about. First up is the mysterious Mr. Friend.
A brand new friend to meet. You can call me Mr. Friend. You'll never ever be bored again.
This level takes place in the dark basement of the Pickles house, where the toy robot inventions become out of control and begin attacking you. It starts off with just one, which is easy enough, but once you beat them, 3 more come at you at once and are programmed to surround you.
There's a lot more where that come from. I did it! I'll never get to be as scared of them again.
It's obviously all a little silly, but when you're 4 years old playing this game, it's straight up anxiety inducing. All I knew is I'm trying to escape from these menacing, malfunctioning robots in this dark, creepy basement of the Pickles house. The feeling of being cornered, the sudden swarm of toys chasing you, and the choppy PS1 graphics which make it all a little bit more surreal. It's a recipe for pure, unadulterated childhood anxiety. It's an intense experience, and intense is not an adjective I think most people would associate with Rugrats. The level is based on an episode of the show that has roughly the same plot as this level, but it's much more fleshed out. And that episode similarly does also give me the creeps, so maybe I'm giving Rugrats too much credit by saying that it isn't intense. Next up, we have Let There Be Light, which on paper sounds innocent enough. The power goes out and Tommy wants to go open the refrigerator because, well, he's a baby.
Turn on your nightlight, sweetie.
That'll keep those shadow monsters away, champ.
Stu, you're going to frighten him.
This new invention is going to put Pickles toys on the map.
I wonder where all the light went. Oh, I know. It's probably in the frigidator. It's always hiding in there. I gotta go let it out.
Well, you have to use a flashlight in this level, but not to illuminate the path, no. You need to use it to kill shadow monsters. I mean, look at this. It's terrifying. Listen to the music here. This is straight up unnerving. This is an example of where the low poly PS1 graphics make this much more scary than it actually is. There's something about the 2D ghosts in the slightly abstract world that just makes it so much more uncanny, and it makes it so much more spooky than it's probably intended. This scared the crap out of me as a kid. This is like the Kids Bop version of Silent Hill. I feel like the whole premise of this level is fine, but the shadow monsters really bring it over the top. They could have easily chose anything to be an obstacle in this level, and they chose shadow monsters. I don't even think this is based off of anything in the show. The developers seriously just wanted to mess up your day for no reason. Finally, we saved the best for last. There's a level in this game where the babies literally get abducted by aliens.
Good job. I've been looking for this. Now I can see if my paper has scooped the news again.
Come on, Pop, that's not news. Those tabloids make all that up.
They tell the truth. Your real news doesn't dare. See, right here. A whole family taken by aliens from outer space. They fly around in the middle of the night and suck you right out of bed. Whoop, up to the mothership.
Come on, champ. Time for bed. Sleep tight.
The babies are trapped in a spaceship where you are treated to this terrifying version of the Pickles family as aliens. I mean, even Spike the dog has turned into a monstrosity. You need to rescue the babies as Angelica. You are armed with a TV remote and you have to shoot these floating TV machines that just look kind of menacing. After making your way throughout the level, you finally get to a point where you see a sort of jail cell. And then, well, just watch this scene.
Over here, Earthling. What's your name, kid?
You talking to me? I'm not supposed to talk to strangers, especially fish.
I'm Sablito Fescarich, but my friends call me George. I'm from the planet Neptuna.
That figures.
Look, kid, I'll help you get out of here if you release me. Otherwise, I'm on the menu for tomorrow night's alien dinner.
All right, but no fishy stuff.
There she is. Get her!
Wow, what happened?
I turned off the gravity. Just swim. You're on your own, kid.
Thanks a lot, fish face.
What the hell? This whole thing just feels like a fever dream. It's also insane that the whole plot of this level is that the aliens really did abduct the babies. I think it's very loosely implied that this may have been Tommy's dream because he was in bed before this happened, but it really isn't direct. This is an absolutely insane level that just makes no sense. Now, the general concept of this level is loosely based off of an episode of the cartoon of the same name, which has the same terrifying alien Pickles family, but this whole level is so bizarre that even the source material can't make it feel more innocent. Angelica swimming through the air to rescue the babies just to get left stranded at the end really makes me feel like she wasn't the bad guy in this situation.
I did it! I showed those aliens! I'm free! Hey! Bye, Angelica! You on Earth! I hope you babies fall into a black hole and can't climb out!
The whole thing just gives me the creeps. And there you have it. Rugrats: A Search for Reptar is unintentionally terrifying, but it's also not a bad game. I had a ton of fun replaying it for this video and was definitely more brave than I was 25 years ago. Did you have this game as a kid? If so, let me know if anything freaked you out when you were younger as well. I'd love to know I wasn't alone.